Hi students, I am Sumalata. In this session, we are going to discuss about aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic compounds. That means which compounds comes under aromatic, which one belongs to anti-aromatic and which one belongs to the non-aromatic. Before going to our topic, a small request from my side. If you are not subscribed my channel till now, please subscribe, share these videos to required students or children, and like, comment your words in comment section. Coming to our topic, if a compound belongs to aromatic, what are the conditions? See, aromatic one, compound must be a cyclic one and it should possess conjugation. See, what is the conjugation means? What here? Pi, sigma, pi or pi, sigma, lone pair electrons are negative charge. Pi, sigma, vacant p orbital are positive charge. Okay, this is about conjugation. Coming to next one, molecule must be planar one. Planar means all carbon atoms present in that compound will be undergoes sp2 hybridization. That means all are present in same plane. And the last one or fourth one is, it follows Huckel's rule. Huckel's rule, that means the compound possesses 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Okay, here n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. See, if n is equal to 0, 2 pi electrons. Next one, if n is equal to 1, that means 6 pi electrons. After that 10, after that 14, next 18, next 22, like that. These are the conditions need to fulfill aromatic nature. For example, if you take phenol, you can take or benzene, you can take any one. See, this is a benzene. Here it is a cyclic one. The first condition is fulfilled. The second one is conjugated or not. See, sigma pi, sigma pi, sigma pi. So this is all bonds are in conjugation only, so that it's a conjugated. If it is conjugated, then that will be a planar one also. So because all carbon atoms present in this benzene ring are undergoes sp2 hybridization, so it's a planar one also. Coming to next one, what is the Huckel's rule? Here how many electrons are there? See, here 6 pi electrons are present, so n is equal to 1. So all conditions are fulfilled by this benzene ring, so that it's a aromatic compound. Coming to next one, what are the anti-aromatic compounds? Anti-aromatic compounds are the, here also same first three conditions same for same as like aromatic. Compound should be cyclic, conjugated. Okay, next planar. Next one is, here 4n pi electrons should be possess that compound. Okay, see, n is equal to here 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. See, n is equal to 1 means 4 pi electrons, after that 8 pi electrons, after that 12, next to 16, next to 20, next to 24, like that. See, if you take one example, cyclobutadiene you can take. See, this cyclobutadiene is cyclic or not, check. It's a cyclic one and it's a conjugation one also. Sigma pi, sigma pi, it's a conjugated molecule also. And if it is having full conjugation, that means all atoms present in this compound, carbons possess sp2 hybridization, so that it's a planar one also. And how many pi electrons? 4 pi electrons are here, so that it belongs to the anti-aromatic compounds. Coming to next one, non-aromatic. Non-aromatic. What are the non-aromatic compounds? Compounds neither aromatic nor anti-aromatic. Okay. For example, this one, see, this is a compound, just imagine. For fulfilling aromatic or anti-aromatic, what is the first condition? It is a cyclic or not? This is not a cyclic compound, so no need to check further requirements, or that means further conditions also. It's a straight chain compound, so it belongs to a non-aromatic. If you take one ring compound, see, this is the one ring compound, see, closed chain compound. This one also, it's a cyclic one, but it doesn't have conjugation. Check once, pi, sigma, 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 pi. 3-4 sigmas are coming together only. There is no conjugation. So this compound also belongs to non-aromatic. Coming to some examples, we will see now. See, if you can see some examples. This compound name is naphthalene. This compound name is anthracene. Okay. This compound is phenanthrene. See, this is the phenanthrene. This is indene, okay, indene. This is indane, okay. Coming to next one. See, this is azulene, okay, azulene. See, all these compounds are belongs to which one? Aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. See, naphthalene is the cyclic one and conjugated also, okay. And if it is conjugated, that means it's a planar also. See, for conjugation checking, we already see sigma, pi, sigma, pi, sigma, okay. This is pi, sigma, pi, sigma, pi. See, all are in conjugation. Coming to how many pi electrons are here? 10 pi electrons. It fulfills all aromatic compounds nature, conditions, so that it's a aromatic compound. Naphthalene is the aromatic one. Coming to anthracene, here also compound is the cyclic one. All are in all pi bonds are in conjugation, and it is a planar one. How many pi electrons are here? See, 7 pi bonds are there, so that how many? 14 pi electrons. If and that means if 14 pi electrons are there, that means it is an aromatic one. That means it is an aromatic compound. Coming to phenanthrene. Phenanthrene also, as like anthracene, it's a cyclic one, conjugated planar one, and it's also possesses 14 pi electrons, and it's a aromatic one. Coming to azulene, if you see azulene, see here how many, I mean this is a cyclic compound, conjugated one also, planar. How many pi electrons are here? See, 5 pi bonds are there, that means 10 pi electrons. So this is also a aromatic one. Coming to indene and indane, see this is the exceptional one. Indene has 8 pi electrons. Conjugation, next to cyclic conjugation and planar applicable here. See, 8 pi electrons are there. If we observe compound contains 8 pi electrons, that means we can directly we can decide that is a I mean anti-aromatic, but this is the aromatic compound. Indene is not the anti-aromatic, it is a aromatic. Why? See here, this pi electron present in cyclopentane ring, those are not taking part in aromaticity. We are calculated only from the pi electrons present in benzene ring only. And another feature, if you observe, the pi bond present in this cyclopentane ring will going to be that means addition reactions. Okay, this will going to be addition reactions. See, if you take indane, in indane what happens here, this one also aromatic, 6 pi electrons, so cyclic, conjugated, planar, and 6 pi electrons. We are not going to take features from this cyclopentane ring, because this aromatic ring nature will dominate this non-aromatic nature. Okay, so it is the aromatic compound. This indane undergoes substitution reaction. See, here 2 hydrogens are there, here 2 hydrogens are there, and here also. So these hydrogens replaced with one electrophile. Okay, electrophilic substitution reactions are taking place in indane. In indane, addition reactions are taking place. Okay, we can see some more examples. See, if you take some heteroatom containing molecules, this is what? Furan. This is the furan. Oxygen possesses 2 lone pairs, and this is the thiophene. Here sulfur also possesses 2 lone pairs. This is pyrrole. Okay, and this is pyrimidine. Okay, not pyrimidine, this is pyridine. Okay, coming to next one, this is pyrimidine. Okay, this is pyridine, pyrimidine, this is pyrrole, and this is furan, this is thiophene. Okay, next if you can see, cyclopentadienyl cation and cyclopentadienyl anion. Next, cyclopropene. Okay, cyclopropene. Next, cyclopropenyl cation if you take. Okay, just try to observe all these compounds which either aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. See here, furan, if you observe, how many pi electrons are there? Just try to observe. First condition, it's a cyclic one. and conjugated one also. See, sigma, pi, sigma, lone pair, sigma, pi. So conjugated. If conjugation is there, it's a planar molecule. Coming to next one is it possesses 6 pi electrons or 8 pi electrons. Let's once see here. See, oxygen has 2 lone pair of electrons and the ring contains 4 pi electrons. All these electrons are involved in delocalization or not. Let's see here. If this double bond shifted towards that side, then immediately this lone pair will involve in delocalization. Okay, this another lone pair is not involved in delocalization, so that in furan 6 pi electrons are there. Why? Because 4 pi electrons from 2 pi bonds and 1 lone pair from oxygen atom. Okay, it's a cyclic, conjugated, planar and 6 pi electrons, so that it's a aromatic compound. Okay, coming to this is exceptional, just try to memorize. Next one, thiophene. If you observe in the same way, how can you observe in furan the participation of a lone pair in delocalization of pi electrons, so that here also it's a cyclic, conjugated, planar and 6 pi electrons in thiophene. So it is also a aromatic compound. Coming to pyrrole, pyrimidine and pyridine. See, here maybe if you ask, some bits will come. Which one is the best base? Okay, pyrrole or pyrimidine or pyridine. Try to observe once here. See, this pyrrole is a cyclic compound and conjugated one and planar also. Here pi electrons number you can try to calculate. How many pi electrons? 4 pi electrons are there, but the lone pair present on nitrogen atom will also involve in delocalization of pi electrons, so that those are also involved in resonance if this double bond shifted towards that side. So here 6 pi electrons are there, so that it is a aromatic compound. Pyrrole is the aromatic compound. Coming to pyridine. Pyridine, here cyclic, conjugated, planar. Coming to lone pair present on nitrogen, these 2 lone pairs are involved in conjugation or not. Let's see once here. If this double bond shifted towards that side, immediately this lone pair will going towards that side, but this lone pair is not involved in conjugation, so that here this double bond shifted that side, these lone pairs are not shifted. Immediately this double bond shifted, after that this double bond shifted. Here pi electrons are, lone pairs are not taking part in delocalization, so that only 6 pi electrons are involved in delocalization, so that it's a aromatic compound. See, nitrogen has only 1 lone pair, not 2 lone pairs. Coming to pyrimidine. If you go to pyrimidine, nitrogen also has 1 lone pair. This nitrogen also has 1 lone pair. See, here also these 2 lone pairs are not involved in delocalization. Only pi electrons are involved in delocalization. So conjugated, cyclic, planar, and it has 6 pi electrons. It is also a aromatic compound. Okay, so just try to compare pyrrole and pyridine. Which one is the best base? If he asks a question in your examination, so how can you decide? Here, how can you tell a particular compound is the best base? if there is a availability of lone pair is there, then it can easily donate those lone pair to other electrophile, then that will become a best base. So here if you take pyrrole, in pyrrole nitrogen containing lone pairs are involved in conjugation with pi bonds, but in pyridine these lone pairs are not involved in conjugation, so that here in pyridine nitrogen can able to donate electrons to electrophile. So when compared to pyrrole, pyridine is the best base, okay, because of availability of lone pair electrons. Coming to pyridine and pyrimidine, if you observe, among these two compounds, which one is the best base? We can easily decide. When compared to pyridine, pyrimidine has two lone pairs, pyridine has only one lone pair, so it can easily donate two electrons to other two electrophiles. So this one is the best base. We can if we can see this diagram, we can easily tell that one, but that's not happening here. What happens here? See, pyridine has one lone pair, and then this nitrogen, as around this nitrogen the all groups are donating groups, okay, the neighboring groups with respect to this nitrogen are donating groups. See, the neighboring groups with respect to this nitrogen are only two donating. After that this nitrogen is the electron withdrawing group. In the same way, with respect to this nitrogen, it is also has only two donating. After that it's an electron withdrawing group, so that if more donating neighboring groups are there, then that will becomes acts as a good base to donate electrons another electrophile. So here this nitrogen has more neighboring groups. They will donate electrons towards nitrogen, but these nitrogens are having withdrawing groups each other. See, with respect to this one, this is the withdrawing group, with respect to this is a withdrawing group, so that when compared to pyridine is the best base. Just memorize, you can got bits from this type of points, okay. Coming to cyclopentadienyl cation, see this is also cyclic conjugated planar one. See here, how can you decide planar? Say this is sigma, this is vacant p, this is pi sigma vacant p. See here 4 pi electrons means it's an anti-aromatic compound, okay. Coming to cyclopentadienyl anion, this is the cyclic conjugated planar and 6 pi electrons are there, so it's a aromatic compound, okay. Coming to propene, okay, cyclopropene. Here conjugation is missing here. It's a cyclic but conjugation is missing, so that it's a non-aromatic. It's not an aromatic or anti-aromatic, it's a non-aromatic compound. Coming to cation, cyclopropenyl cation, this one. Here conjugation is there, pi sigma vacant p. So here cyclic conjugated planar and 2 pi electrons are there. So it is a aromatic one. We can see some more examples. See, cycloheptatrienyl cation if you take, and another one is cycloheptatrienyl anion, okay. And see, if you take this compound, and another one is that one, and cyclohoctanol octatetraene you can take. Cyclooctatetraene. This is the cyclooctatetraene. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbons, 4 pi bonds. Okay, this is the cyclooctatetraene. Heptatrienyl cation. This is a cycloheptatrienyl anion. Okay, next one, if you take this compound and next one, see this one, next one, see here, next one is, see here, another one, another compound. Okay, this is acenaphthalene. Acenaphthalene. Okay, this is a acenaphthalene. See, try to observe all these compounds are belongs to which one. Okay, see, coming to first one, cycloheptatrienyl cation. See, it's a conjugated one, cyclic and pi sigma vacant p sigma pi sigma pi sigma. See, it's a cyclic conjugated planar. How many pi electrons are here? 6 pi electrons. Okay, 6 pi electrons. That means it's a aromatic compound. This ion belongs to the aromatic. Coming to cycloheptatrienyl anion. Okay, see here, this is a cyclic conjugated planar. Here 8 pi electrons are there. That means this one belongs to the anti-aromatic. Okay, anti-aromatic. Coming to this compound, first check, this is a cyclic, we already know. Sigma, this is also sigma vacant p pi sigma pi sigma pi. Okay, all are in conjugation. This is a lone pair of electrons. See here, all are in conjugation planar, and how many pi electrons are there here? Check. 1, 2, I mean 4 electrons from 2 pi bonds and 2 electrons from lone pair. That means 6 pi electrons, so that it's also a aromatic compound. Coming to this one, just observe sigma vacant p sigma pi this is sigma. Up to this extent, the top part is having conjugation, but the down one is not having conjugation. 2 sigmas are together only, so that it's a cyclic not conjugated, non-conjugated, so that it's a non-aromatic. Okay, coming to cyclooctatetraene. See here children, this is an exceptional condition. Cyclic one, conjugated one, planar one or not, we can't able to decide. Why? Because it has 8 carbon atoms. Okay, 8 carbon atoms. How many pi electrons? Just check once. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 8 pi electrons. While observing these conditions, it fulfills. That means while seeing this one, it has conjugation, so that we can directly say if conjugation is there, so that it's a planar one, so that we can directly tell this is an anti-aromatic compound. But it's not a anti-aromatic. Why? Because let's see now once. See, if for planarity more than 6 carbons are present in a compound, those are not present in the same plane. If all atoms are not present in same plane, that means that not becomes to the planar one. Okay, so that it's a non-aromatic compound. Okay, it's a non-aromatic compound. Why? Because missing of planarity. Because here just I want to tell one thing. The compounds satisfy 4n pi electrons, and if it has more than 6 carbon atoms, then that will become to the non-aromatic compound. Why? Because all atoms are not present in the same plane. Okay, remember this one. Coming to this, see, pi, I mean sigma pi, sigma pi, sigma pi, I mean sigma pi. Here two lone pairs are present on an oxygen atom. See, we have a doubt. Is this pi electrons are involved in conjugation or not? If these pi electrons go towards oxygen, then oxygen becomes minus charge. This will becomes positive charge. Carbon gets positive. At that time, this lone pair present on oxygen will goes towards that side to fulfill a conjugation, so that these electrons are not taking part in delocalization, because those are going away from the ring. Here the lone pair present on oxygen involved in delocalization, so that 1, 2, 3, 6 pi electrons, conjugated cyclic planar 6 pi electrons. So it's a aromatic compound. Okay, coming to this one, see here also pi, sigma, this is pi, but here this double bond, I mean this pi electron is also not involved in conjugation. If goes that side, that oxygen gets negative, this carbon gets positive charge. So that what happens here, see, that means this is the vacant p orbital. So cyclic conjugated planar, that means it's a, I mean 2 pi electrons, it's an aromatic one. Coming to S-naphthalene, students, in S-naphthalene actually how many pi electrons are there? So total 6 pi bonds are there, 12 pi electrons are there. 12 pi electrons means it's a anti-aromatic, but it's not an anti-aromatic. Why? It's a aromatic one. What is the reason behind this one? Why it violates the Huckel's rule? See here, this cyclopentane ring attaches with the fused benzenoid compound. That fused benzenoid compound is completely aromatic one, that will dominate its nature, so that it has 12 pi electrons, but it is a aromatic compound. Let's see some more examples. See students, if you take biphenyl, see here, in this biphenyl, how many electrons are there? 12 pi electrons are there. We can directly say it is an anti-aromatic, but it's not an anti-aromatic, it's an aromatic compound. Why? Because see, it's an aromatic one. Why? Because for this type of compound, it's a bicyclic or spiro compound. See, we have to check with respect to single ring only. With respect to this ring, it's an aromatic, and with respect to this ring, it's an aromatic. So that it's a aromatic compound, not an anti-aromatic. Why? If it possesses 12 electrons. Okay. Coming to pyrene, if you take, this is also one exceptional condition, students. Just listen. See, this is the compound name is pyrene. It is having how many pi electrons? See, 3, 5, 7, 8, 16 pi electrons. 16 pi electrons means anti-aromatic, based upon Huckel's rule, but it's not a anti-aromatic. Why? Because see here, if you observe resonance structures of this pyrene once, if you have time, just try to do in your rough note. One pi bond is not involved in delocalization, remaining all are involved in delocalization. So that how many electrons are involved in delocalization? 14 pi electrons are involved in delocalization, so that it's a aromatic one. Okay, it's a aromatic one. Coming to what is the stability? Which one has more stability? See, aromatic compounds are more stable when compared to the non-aromatic. Non-aromatic is more stable when compared to the anti-aromatic. See, if you observe, this is the anti-aromatic compound. This is also another anti-aromatic compound. See, if it has anti-aromatic is the less stable one. If it needs stability, it needs to become either aromatic or non-aromatic. For that one, if you fuse these two rings, if you are going to fuse these two rings, what happens here? See, this molecule will form. This molecule is the non-aromatic compound. Here it's a cyclic one, but there is no conjugation, so that it's a non-aromatic. And when compared to this anti-aromatic compound, that's a stable one. Coming to another one, see, if you take active metals here, see, this bond will be broken up and it will become, see, one electron goes to that side and another electron goes to this side. What happens? Active metals like sodium, potassium, iron, etc. See, this will belongs to, these active metals will provide one electron to this one and another electron to this one. Then it will become negative charges, two negative charges on it. So this negative, see here also you can check, it's a cyclic one, conjugated one also. See, cyclic, conjugated, planar, and it is it having how many pi electrons? 6 pi electrons are here. So it's a aromatic compound. To acquire stability, anti-aromatic compounds will become either non-aromatic or aromatic compounds. See, this is about aromatic, non-aromatic and anti-aromatic. Just try to watch complete video. If you have any doubts, please drop in the comment section, and thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe.